Alright, so I added some exercises to that page. I always do 6 different fingering patterns when working on these short burst alternate picking exercises. So this way your left hand doesn't get bored, and it also improves left hand dexterity because you got 6 different combinations, finger patterns that you're working with, and the entire time working on that back and forth strumming, making sure that you're always doing the down, up, down, up, down, up, and so on. So because they're short bursts, small exercises, it's definitely possible to get through all 6 of these pretty quick. So what you're going to do, make sure that you take each exercise as fast as you can before moving on to the next one. So the last 2 are the most challenging finger patterns. But the first 4 are all fairly simple. I'd say the first 2 are the easiest. So anyway, before I get into this, one thing that we talked about was muting. So when you're practicing with or without distortion, especially with distortion, make sure that whatever it is you're playing sounds as clean as possible. So with your left hand, even though we're taught to keep our fingers on the tips the entire time we're playing, it's not always true. You need to have a fairly lazy hand in order to make sure that your index finger is muting all the higher pitched strings adjacent to what you're playing on. So I'm on the D string right here. So the G, B, and E, all that's being muted out with my index finger. So it's just laying, barely touching over the top there. And then my right hand is muting the E and the A string. So this way those don't ring out, and it's just the index finger, or just the D string ringing out. The index finger also will be muting the A string here. So whatever string you're playing on, the index finger is muting out the adjacent strings. So if I'm on the A string, my index is definitely muting out the E and the D and all that stuff below. So if I'm on the D string, it's muting out the A string as well and all that stuff. If I'm on the G string, index finger is muting the D string and those 2 strings, so on. So on the high E string, the index finger is muting the B string. And of course the palm is resting on all those low strings so nothing rings out that you don't want. So 60 beats per minute with the metronome. Gonna work each of these suckers up to 240 if you can. It is not imperative that you do. You're just working on technique right now, making sure that you're picking correctly the entire time. So 3 notes a beat. Here is the first exercise with the metronome. The second one would sound like this. Third one would go like this. Fourth one. And now the fifth one, where it gets interesting with the left hand. And the last one, I think this is the most difficult finger pattern. So that's how all 6 of those sound with the metronome at 60, doing triplets. And so when you're practicing these, say you got the first exercise. I'll just do a quick demo here. So you're only going to play it one time through. If you do it correctly, you're going to bump it up 5. So you'd have. That's correct. So you go bump it up 5, do it again. So that was correct. Bump it up 5, do it again. And just keep doing that over and over and over again until you can't get it any faster. No need to do it 2 times, 3 times, or 50 times in a row at the same speed if you've done it correctly. So once you get the hang of whatever it is your left hand is doing, watch your right hand the whole time. So learn the notes for whatever exercise you're going to do. So you got the first one. Once you know the notes that your left hand's going to do, watch your right hand to make sure it obeys you. Sometimes just watching your picking hand will help you catch any economy picking type stuff. And with this one, let me see. If I do a down, up, down, up, it's for those that do economy picking. If you do a down, up, down, people tend to stay with the alternate picking the entire time at that point. So it's very important that you make sure that every time you go up to that high E string, that is an upstroke. So the high note, the one that goes to a different string on all of these exercises, should be an upstroke. Okay, if you have any questions before next week, let me know. I will see you at 5 o'clock your time, 3 o'clock mine, a week from today.